today?
Good.
Good. Are you sure you're good?
Yeah, I just had a rough day, but
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm kind of glad to be here. Hopefully I can get some help or something.
Okay, well that's great. My name is Session-Reyanna and I have been working here at Silver Linings Counseling Center for a while now, and I help pregnant women, just get information and things that they may need. So I'm glad you're here today. I think that you came to the right place. Tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Okay, so I'm obviously pregnant and probably not the best circumstances. The baby's dad's really not involved. He's kind of an idiot, and so that's just complicating things. I just don't really know what I should do. I was hoping that he would kind of take things seriously and maybe start changing some things so that we could get some things figured out for the baby, but
Right.
he's just still fine with partying and hanging out, and he just doesn't, it's just not real for him, so.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, go on, tell me more.
Okay, yeah, so he's just really not supportive, but, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I don't really know if I wanna be a single parent, but I don't know if I wanna place my baby for adoption either. Both of them just seem so scary, and I don't know if I could do either one, but,
Right, well, I can certainly understand that. I mean, you've got some big decisions ahead of you. I
Yeah.
mean, whenever we're in life, we things come up that we aren't sure if we're ready to handle, and hopefully I can help you get some resources that will give you some informed resources that will help you make your decision easier.
yeah, that would be nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you think your biggest resource is?
Probably my family. They're pretty supportive. They're not too judgmental. I thought they were all gonna kind of freak out and go off the handle that I was pregnant, but they've been pretty supportive, and I feel like I can talk to them, but I also understand that sometimes their feelings can get in the way, so I have to be careful, but for the most part, they're pretty supportive, and so I feel lucky that I have that.
Well, that's great. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. It's definitely nice to have a support system. Whenever we're dealing with things that, it's just nice to have people around us that care and that, can give us input. But also sometimes it can be a little stressful,
Yeah.
when people are trying to tell you what they would do in your situation, rather
Yeah.
than just listening to what your feelings are and what your thoughts are, and making the best decision based on what you want rather than what they want.
Yeah, that's where I get really frustrated, is because I know they want help and I know that they mean well, but like, it's not their baby, so it's easy for them to say what they would do, and like, none of them have been in this circumstance, so they don't know what kind of decisions they would make, and so I don't know, I just wish I had somebody to talk to that maybe has been through it, or maybe has a better understanding, because unless you've been there, you really don't know what it's like.
I can definitely understand your thoughts and feelings on that, and it's true. And unless you've been in a situation, you might not know how to handle it, or you might not have the best advice. Would you be interested in joining our pregnancy support group that we have here at Silver Linings Counseling Center?
Yeah, what's that?
Well, it's a group of women that just are in your same situation. They're pregnant, and they're trying to make a decision based on what they want also. And so they talk to each other and support each other and just help each other out. It's just kind of somewhere where you can vent, talk, and, laugh and maybe just have some fun too with it, and just get other input on what, others are doing and just have that support.
That would be great. It would be nice to have somebody to talk to and maybe share some experiences or opinions, or maybe kind of a safe place for that. I think that would be really nice, because I haven't been able to share and have a lot of people to talk to, and I think I have been kind of like secluding myself. I don't really hang out with my friends anymore because they're we're just in different circumstances, and so I don't really have anyone to hang out with or to do anything, so I've just been keeping to myself, and I can tell that that's kind of leading to some of my depression and
Right, so what I'm hearing you say is that you're kind of taking yourself away from some of the supports that you've had in the past, because you find yourself different than those support systems have been.
Yeah.
And so you're excluding yourself based on your feelings and thoughts. So we need to get you back into, sharing with others and talking with others. Get you out of the house. We definitely don't want you to be depressed. And so being able to have that support system come back into your life will be a good resource for you. And then also, with your family being there for you and being a good support system, that's very helpful. But sometimes, like I said, not everybody has the answers.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing you say that you're confused on what kind of decision you want to make.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Do you have any information on what's out there, what your options are?
Not really. I was hoping I could get some information, because I don't know anything about adoption or raising a kid. I have no idea, and it's all kind of overwhelming.
Yes, I can definitely understand feelings of being overwhelmed. Well, we have a lot of different resources. We have access to information, and so would you be interested in learning more about what your options are, and making, a good informed decision would help relieve some of the depression and stress that you're feeling?
Yeah, I think even if I was just learning more, getting some information, because it's a big decision, and I just need help in making that decision, and the more informed I am, I feel like then I would be able to make the right choice.
Right. Well, that's definitely understandable, and so it sounds like you've come to the right place. We can give you some information and access to resources, and then hopefully help you make the best decision for you and your baby, because that's really ultimately what it's about, is making a decision that's best for you and what your needs are, and not what everybody else is wanting you to do.
Yeah.
And then would you like to meet once a week and talk with me, and we can kind of go over how you're feeling and what your thoughts are and what steps that you're leaning towards as you learn more information about what your options are?
Yeah, I think that would be really helpful.
Okay.
I would like that.
Okay, well, let's definitely look into or look forward to meeting each week. What's working well in your life right now?
I don't know. I like that I am willing to look into everything, all of my options, and trying to make the best decision. I have a lot of friends that have gone through the same thing, that they weren't willing to look into their options, and so I feel like trying to educate myself to make the best decision, I feel like that's maybe a positive for me right now.
Yeah, that's great. Yes, that's definitely a positive thing. I mean, finding out, what your options are and making an informed decision is a smart way to go. Because you want to be able to look back at this time and say that you did everything that you could possibly do to make the best decision, and so that's I mean, that's definitely a good way to go about it. You don't wanna make your decision based on what everybody else wants you to do.
Yeah.
And so that is, that's great that you're willing to look into that and you're wanting to get educated and informed. And then also, is there anything else I should know about your situation?
No, I don't think so. Maybe just knowing that I really don't think that I'm gonna be pursuing a relationship with the baby's dad. I think I've kind of wanted that, but it doesn't look like that's gonna be working out. So
Okay.
that's probably important information that I'm not really looking to go down that road.
Right, well, I understand, you feeling like that right now, and, when you're pregnant, a lot of feelings, can come and go, and so it sounds like you're still open to certain ideas, but that maybe you're sensing something from him that just isn't going to work out or isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So, that's definitely, something that we can talk about too, and just see how, further in this pregnancy, how things are going with you too, and then also, on a scale of 1 to 10, can you tell me, how you're feeling, how you were feeling before you came in here, and now how you're feeling knowing that there's some information and resources that you can access?
It's definitely helpful. Maybe I would say probably a 5 before I came in, because I just really wasn't sure what, but I feel confident that I'll make the right decision if I just take the time to look into all my options. And so I think knowing that there are more options and more resources and even that support group, I think will be helpful. So I would probably say a 7.
Okay, well, that's great. It sounds like we're making a little progress, and I'd like to, definitely work with you to where you're feeling more confident about, your situation, and then getting the resources and access to information will help with your decision, and hopefully we can get you to a 10 and make you feel like you're definitely where you want to be.
That would be great.
So, is there anybody else that's feeling concerned about what you're going through? Do you have anybody else that's?
My dad's really concerned, and he doesn't talk very much, and so I wish I kind of knew what he was thinking or feeling. But I'm not very good at talking to him, so I don't know. But I can tell that he's really concerned, so.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you have a lot going for you. I mean, you have a good support system.
Yeah.
Maybe you and your dad can talk a little more and get more of an open relationship so that you can see, he might have some good advice or information that you don't know about. But it sounds like we're on the right track. We definitely need to get you, the information, and the pregnancy support group will be very helpful to you.
Yeah.
And so does that sound like a good place to start?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Okay.
that would be really good.
Well, that's great. Well, then let's go ahead and just make a plan to meet next week. And we'll go over, I'll gather some resources this week and some more information about what your options are. And then I'll present that to you next week and let you know what kind of things you can look into to help you in your stressful situation.
Okay.
And make things alleviate a lot of the stress and the concern that you have right now. So,
Okay.
does that sound good?
Yeah, that would
Well,
be great.
thanks for coming in, Miss.
Thanks.
I'll talk to you later.
Sweet.